One of the major issues that we're having locally is the swatting. And it starts with gamers, usually teenagers, online, and they're playing games. And one gets mad at the other, or one gets mad because he lost the game to someone, looks up his address, and then he calls the local police department or sheriff's office and talks about a horrific event that occurred. And I'm going to give their names, and some of you wimpy stations are going to blur it out, but just get ready to blur because I'm going to do it. Here's Isaiah Reyes. He's 14. He's from Syracuse, New York. And Carderi Martin, he's 15, and he's from East Hartford, Connecticut. It started on June the 4th at about 7:50 in the evening. Our victim, who lives in the Davenport, Haines City area, was 12 years old, and he was playing a game with Cardi. For whatever reason, Cardi became mad with our victim, and once the game was over, he then created a swatting incident. There's this shooting next door. I've heard it before, but it's really bad, and my mother said to call. And they're shooting and they're shooting and they're shooting guns. So of course we went there and determined immediately that it was a swatting incident. The very next day, there's another swatting incident to the same victim. This was a more sinister call by Isaiah Reyes. What he said was this: my wife didn't cook dinner tonight, and because she didn't cook dinner tonight, and because she set my clothes on fire as a result of an argument, I've taken a shotgun and killed my wife and killed the children. Because our 12-year-old has been gaming so long, he'd actually created a friendship with this guy. And this guy had actually come down here and interacted with the victim and his parents. They committed this false report of a violent use of a firearm, which is a second-degree felony, and they created an unlawful use of a two-way device, which is a third-degree felony. This is what's remarkable. I thought New York, Connecticut will never be able to extradite from those two states. They're going to say, oh, because we think crime and criminals are okay, but you look at the crime rates up there and you'll see they'll never extradite. But I want to compliment New York and Connecticut. They respected our warrants and made these two juveniles available, and we flew them back, and they're currently in custody now. And the message I want to send to kids all across this nation is we'll come get your butt. We don't care where you are. You'll visit detention and lockup in Polk County, Florida, when we catch you doing this. So remember, come to Florida on vacation, leave on probation, or sometimes you come to Florida on vacation, you end up in the state prison. In this event, there was no vacation, and there may not be any probation. They may get locked up for a period of time here in one of our programs. We'll see what the courts decide to do.